Hello, everybody. My name is Graham, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. So we've been talking these last 2 weeks about the Julian Assange trial. They've obviously been pulling all kinds of crazy tactics, and we've been following mainly Tarek Haddad, who we've had on the show. We're trying to get him to come live on the show, but he's been extremely busy. So at the very least, I'm covering his columns that he's putting on TarekHaddad.com. Most recent revelation, they've been spying on Julian Assange. This is from TarekHaddad.com. Operation Hotel. New details of sophisticated spying operation on Julian Assange emerge at Old Bailey. New revelations about the extensive spying that took place while Julian Assange sought political asylum in the Ecuadorian Embassy in London have emerged at the Old Bailey on Wednesday. Wow. And he's going to get into it, but what this means, that they violate international law. An embassy is sovereign land, right? So the Ecuadorian embassy, that's considered, this is through international law, this is considered, the Ecuadorian embassy, that's Ecuadorian soil. So foreign governments like the UK, the United States, can't just enter. It's like if the UK sent MI6 or the CIA went down to the capital of Ecuador and put surveillance equipment in their Capitol building or something like that. Vast details of the US-backed surveillance operation had already been made public after whistleblowers from the Spanish security firm UC Global had approached Assange lawyers, and charges were henceforth brought in the Spanish High Court. However, previously unreported information on the extent of the operation has now been brought forward. The two whistleblowers, who have been anonymized to protect them out of fear of repercussions, both joined the Spanish contractor in 2015 when it had been a meager startup launched by David Morales, watching as the firm became embroiled in one of the most high-profile assaults on a political prisoner in recent history. So they claim, oh, we're America, we're all about freedom, and Julian Assange, he put soldiers' lives at risk. Meanwhile, they have abandoned freedom of the press, and now his personal rights. And they've abandoned international law. They've just gone to America. The evil American empire does whatever the hell it wants and then cries victim, like the warmongering psychopaths that they are. The whistleblowers, henceforth referred to as Witness 1 and Witness 2, detailed the intricate workings of the sophisticated sting referred to by UC Global staff as Operation Hotel. They came forward with their testimonies after growing increasingly uneasy about this worsening criminality. Witness 2, an IT expert with the security firm, detailed how Morales had tasked him with replacing the CCTV cameras in the Knightsbridge located embassy in May of 2017, instructing him to source cameras that allowed for clandestine auto recording capabilities. I applaud that these two guys at this, well, maybe one's a woman, oh no, the Witness 1, Witness 2, at this firm, like, actually had some morals. If you work for private intelligence, if you work for the CIA or the NSA, you know this is wrong. You know what's wrong. You know it's wrong. I was instructed by Morales not to share information about the specifications of the recording system and have asked to deny the cameras were recording audio. I was told that it was imperative that these instructions were carried out as they came supposedly from the highest spheres. Look at this. So Assange's lawyer introduced this. Wow. In fact, I was asked on several occasions by Mr. Assange and the political counselor, Maria Eugenia, whether the new cameras recorded sound, to which I replied that they did not, as my boss instructed me to do so. So the guy was asked to lie by his boss and finally couldn't do it anymore. Thus, from that moment on, the cameras began to record sound regularly, so every meeting that when he had, Jesus. So to be clear here, so when Assange had private meetings with his attorney, so that's one of the democracies that we all hold so dear, right? You have the right to a trial, a jury of your peers. You have a right to legal counsel. And those meetings with your lawyer are protected. You can say in confidence, like a doctor. No, that went out the window because it's Assange, because he showed how awful his WikiLeaks. And again, what the New York Times just did with Trump's tax returns, the way they acquired those, shows that Julian Assange and WikiLeaks is free, that they're journalists, they're publishers. He's a publisher. At our offices in UC Global, it was mentioned that the cameras had been paid for twice by Ecuador and the United States. Oh, you double dipped, you weasels, you rats, you soulless rats, you disgusting rats, you diseased rats. That's who you are in private intelligence. You're a rat. You know when you see a rat scurrying around in trash, eating garbage? That's what you are. You're a rat. You're a diseased rat. Congratulations. Witness 2 detailed how Morales had asked for him to arrange for the cameras to contemporaneously transmit the recordings to UC Global's American friends. Rat. Filthy rat. What's it like being a rat? Just a rat. It's a two-faced, diseased rat swimming around in filth just for money. Get into some nice car. You know that car is just rat. It's a rat car. It's a diseased. Everything you've ever bought with that money makes you just as... You're like a drug dealer who lives in a fancy house, but it's all paid for by blood money. That's who you are. Instead, the UC Global employee was instructed to travel to London every 15 days in order to collect the hard drives, passing them to Morales, who traveled to the US. What a rat. What a filthy rat. And frequently with his wife in order to pass the recordings and contacts to the CIA. There's David Morales, founder of UC Global, pictured with his wife. Fifth Avenue, New York City. Yay! I just handed off hard drives, subversing the First Amendment and freedom of speech and freedom of everything. So my wife and I can come to New York because I'm a soulless rat. Look at that picture of that rat. What a rat. Look at it. Rat. Hey, rat, go eat some more garbage, you rat, you CIA bitch. Now, did they fist you, the CIA, or how did they do it? As a strap-on, Morales? What did they use? Just a couple knuckles? How did they get you? The whistleblower alleged Morales sought to hide his newfound wealth from Spanish tax authorities. Oh, God, this just keeps getting better. Recounted a conversation with Morales where Morales was labeled tight-fisted for refusing to pay a 10-cent fee for laundering the funds of Gibraltar. Wow, so you take your filthy CIA money that you use to help a whistleblower. What if the CIA drone strikes you, Morales? Then what? Back in London, the surveillance intensifies. U.S. intelligence agencies were reportedly pleased with the level of communication. That's because they're filthy, soulless rats. Maggot-ridden rats. You're a maggot-ridden rat if you work for the CIA. It's okay. You're everything that's wrong with the world. You do not stand for anything good. You do not stand for the American way. JFK said you should be scattered into 1,000 pieces, and you had him killed. So you're disgusting. You're a filthy rat. You have no soul. You just have the brain of a rat that runs around looking for rat scraps to eat in the garbage, and you carry diseases. So you're a rat. Your family's a rat. You're all rats. Surveillance-savvy Assange quickly cottoned on to the eavesdropping, prompting him to use a radio that blared white noise during important conversations. Certain meetings were conducted in the confines of the women's bathroom. This led to cat-and-mouse game of increasing countermeasures. Not only were microphones then installed in the porcelain of the stall, but intelligence agents outside the embassy deployed laser technology microphones that intercepted conversations through the windows. Witness 2 was tasked with another job relating to this. Jesus. Assange's lawyers presented the evidence to the court as further evidence of the abuse of process that had been taking place in the course of this battle with American authorities. In case it needs reiterating, lawyer-client privilege is a fundamental cornerstone of the rule of law. Lawyer-client privilege is the fundamental cornerstone of the rule of law. When we abandon all these things for freedom, to keep us safe, and we just give up our rights, remember the Patriot Act? Oh, terrorism, give it up, give up our rights, give up our rights. Joe Biden voted for the Patriot Act in the war in Iraq. Hillary Clinton did. On top of all those filthy, maggot-ridden Republicans in that whorehouse party. Detestable parasites like Sean Hanratty or Hannity, whatever that punchable face ass bag is. All justified this. Keep you scared so you'll sign off on giving away your rights. This is such an abuse of power. It's unbelievable. If I was president, I would just throw Sean Hannity and Rachel Maddow in prison with no due process and just see what, if anybody had any outrage, just to see. How do you like it? You guys wouldn't fight for Julian Assange. I'd free Julian Assange and just lock them up and just see what would happen. See how they liked it. Lawyer-client privilege is a fundamental cornerstone of the rule of law. Go check out TariqHaddad.com. The link will be in the show notes. He's doing great work pointing this out. You see how corrupt America is and all of their allies? You see how corrupt they are? We're not the good guys. We are the bad guys. We are the evil empire. This is how we treat whistleblowers. Rather than go, man, our military is out of control. The collateral damage video, that was the big one, right? That Chelsea Manning got given to Julian Assange, showed our military killing children and reporters and not giving a damn. It should have been an outrage. Everyone should have been like, that's it. Big overhauls. No. Obama didn't do anything. He put Chelsea Manning in jail. He wouldn't pardon Assange or Snowden or Chelsea. He commuted her sentence, which means at any moment they could throw her back in jail, which is what Trump did. Trump's also a liar. So this is the filthy ruling class and the evil empire. You have to come watch my shows like this, because there's no way they're talking about this on CNN or MSNBC or Fox or ABC. All those places do is lie for the ruling class. That's all that they do. I don't. Thanks for watching the show. Support what I do. Patreon.com/Graham Elwood. Rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. I have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. And there's free ways to support the show. Like, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Even if you've done it before, share these videos, and listen to the podcast, Political Vigilante, which is on iTunes and Spotify. Thanks for watching. Shape your knuckles for justice. Boom.